That's the moment federal agents removed a traveler from a Southwest Airlines jetway at Denver International Airport. It happened Monday night. An ICE spokesperson says Chantel Alejandra Morales Rojas was in the country on an expired visa. A GoFundMe posted on her behalf says she lives in Oakland and has a work permit with a pending asylum case. According to ICE, that doesn't prevent someone from being deported.
Cristina Uribe Reyes joins us now. She is an immigration attorney here in Colorado, and we were just getting your take on what's happening. And, you know, Kim had said to you, was that shocking to you? And your answer was no, because you're in the thick of this. What was your reaction when you saw that video?
For me, it was more than anything like, this has been happening. It's not the first time. It's not the first time even this week or last week, right? And so for me, it was just, here we go again, and a warning to people. Even if you've traveled in the past without an issue, now's not the time unless you're prepared for a possible detention.
So I think a lot of people's eyes have been kind of closed on some of these things. I mean, and the video is right there, and the friend is videotaping it and shouting, trying to get people's attention to this. Anecdotally, you've probably seen this and heard this all the time, and that the minute somebody goes to TSA and goes through TSA, they're alerted, and that's it.
Yeah, from our understanding is that TSA is sharing lists of passengers with ICE every single day, and then ICE, based on that list, makes a determination on whether they're going to detain somebody or not.
I think when people have this discussion in the public discourse, whether it's politically or however they're talking about it, people tend to make two separate categories. In this country legally, in this country illegally. But there's a lot of space in between, is there not? Sort of like this woman.
There is, of course, and I think ICE's statement on this is absolutely wrong. If you have a pending asylum application, you can't be deported until an immigration judge actually reviews that application and signs an order for deportation.
That's the law.
That is the law. And
so how are they getting around it? Sorry.
They can detain somebody, but that doesn't mean that they can be deported. ICE, in the last year, what they've been doing is they've been pushing for detention and prolonged detention. They've been trying to change their interpretation of the law to keep people detained for longer. But the fact that they're detained doesn't mean that they're going to immediately be deported.
So it's a delay tactic in some respects, you know, but also I think it goes back to we all, and under it's been told the worst of the worst.
Right. Right, and
that's the thing. I mean, we don't know this woman's case. I mean, some people had said she was an au pair, and like you said, was waiting for a hearing. The worst of the worst. That's hard to define that when you're looking at these things.
It can be, and if we're looking at statistics, I don't have them off the top of my head, but statistically speaking, the far majority of people that ICE has arrested and detained in the last year and a half don't have criminal records. They're being detained simply for being in the country without status.
Right, and I think what we've heard from this administration, and you know, like Stephen Miller, who's sort of leading a lot of this, is that if you're in this country without permission, you're leaving the country. And there are people in this country who are just fine with that when it comes to a political issue. But yeah, it has changed a bit, and we know that they've set quotas.
Yeah,
it's changed a little bit since the campaign.
It absolutely has.
So what statuses, when should somebody be worried? What status do you be worried about that you potentially could be somebody that ICE is going to target and detain?
Anybody that's not a citizen or a permanent resident. And even as a permanent resident, depending on the circumstances, you may also want to be concerned about a possible detention and consult with somebody. We're talking about people with valid cases that are pending, that have DACA permits. They're all at risk, and we have seen it in the last year and a half that they have been detained and there have been deportations.
So you're telling your clients if there's even a question, don't travel?
Do not travel at this point, or definitely consult with somebody beforehand.
Talk to a lawyer, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what's also very important is, you know, ICE has their version of like what's legal and what isn't. In Colorado in the last year, there have been a ton of habeas petitions specifically arguing that they have violated people's constitutional rights. And the far majority of those orders from a variety of judges have come back on the side that ICE is conducting illegal arrests.
Well, all of this is so important to learn, and we thank you. We know that this is your work that you're doing every single day. It's complicated for many of us to try and understand, and it's just the line is so fine, and it seems to be that it's changing every day. It's gray.
Yeah, I mean, immigration law is one of the most complex type of laws out there, other
Even
than like the
before all
tax
this.
code,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
before all of it.
All right,
So yeah.
Cristina, thanks so much. And you know,
you.
Cristina mentioned the habeas petitions. Our Chris Vanderveen has been digging into that and talking a lot about that this week. And we're also rolling out our exclusive 9 News investigation into a hidden network of flights moving ICE detainees from state to state. The full hour-long documentary is streaming right now on 9 News Plus, and we will share a portion of that story coming up at 4:30 right here on 9 News.